Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of a late night scream review. This week we're talking about Abigail. I like to dance, I like to sing.
Please let me out. I'm scared.
Cut the shit. You're really good at pretending to be a little girl.
Thank you.
Quick question. Who's inside a cage right now?
So, Abigail, directed by Matt Bettinelli-Alpin, and is in all major theatres on the 19th of April in the UK. That was yesterday. So, what's the story? That doesn't work. No teeth. So, the story of Abigail tells the story of these like elite kind of group of mercenaries who have kidnapped a little girl. In the opening of the movie, they all get together, a la kind of Ocean's 11, and they kidnap this little girl from this like billionaire's house, and they take her back to another billionaire's house and hold her for ransom. The catch: they have to hold her for 24 hours while the deal's being done, and it's their job to babysit the girl that they've kidnapped. And awful horror ensues. So what did I think of the movie? Well, here's the thing. I really enjoyed this movie. Having looked at the trailer, it kind of gives you the impression that this film is a bit, kind of like a horror comedy or a black comedy. And the great thing about the trailer is it does exactly what it says on the tin. I actually went into this movie not knowing what I was expecting. I knew exactly what I was expecting, and I went in and I got exactly what I wanted. It was just an entertaining, fun, dark, black comedy, horror romp involving a ballerina girl. And I couldn't be happier. I left the film feeling like $1 million. Absolutely loved this film. Now, having said all that, is there, plot inconsistencies? Do the characters say or do dumb things when really you think, hold on, why are you doing that? Surely you wouldn't. Yeah, of course. It's a kind of modern day horror movie trope, I suppose, that you're never going to get a perfect film, and there are always going to be, especially with these kinds of movies that take themselves less seriously, lots of plot contrivances and character inconsistencies and this kind of thing. You are going to get various tropes with your characters whenever you have like an ensemble cast. So there's a group of, I can't remember the top about, maybe 5 or 6 mercenaries, all dressed in black. They've got the guns, they've got the masks on. They infiltrate this mansion, kidnap this girl. They're all not very nice people. We find out through various bits of dialogue and backstory. They've all got their own little stories of why they're doing what they're doing and how come and this and that and the other. But much like a kind of Ocean's 11 film, they have all their own little kind of talents and affectations. One of the girls is like a computer whiz and breaks all the codes and all the security. One of the guys is the driver. One of them's a sniper. Why you need a sniper when you're kidnapping somebody, I don't know. One of them is obviously the main leader, etc, etc, etc. They all come back with the girl that they've kidnapped to this other big mansion, and the person that's in charge, who they've done this job for, say, right, now your job is to stay up here for 24 hours, put the girl in a bedroom, watch her, and then we'll come back in the morning and make the deal. So everybody agrees to this, but it's a trap!
It's a trap!
Yes, just like that, it's a trap. It's very Tarantino-esque, although I don't like saying that very often as a kind of descriptor. It's very short, snippy dialogue, lots of quips and things like that. And, the characters are the kind of sent up characters. They're very bombastic, very kind of almost comic booky. And the tropes ensue from there. They all have their little backstories and talk to each other and take the absolute piss out of each other and all that kind of good stuff. And then Abigail awakens, essentially, and we find out, spoiler alert, although it's not really a spoiler because it's in the trailer, that the little girl that they've kidnapped, not only is she a massive fan of the ballet, but she's also a bloodthirsty vampire. And this is an 18 certificate movie, by the way, folks. Yes, an 18. We don't get those very often. So I was really kind of excited to see what I was going to get from this young actress who's playing, I don't know, a 12-year-old kid who's also going to be a monster, an evil monster, and an 18, so it's going to be very gory. And boy, does it deliver on those aspects. I've got to say, it's a massive standout performance for Alicia Weir, who's the main actress. She says and does things that are absolutely crazy. And some of the gore and the death sequences are incredible. There is more than one body explosion in this movie, and that's saying a lot. Okay. I think I'm just going to round up by saying it's a fun movie. It's got fun, engaging characters, if a bit uneven with their kind of delivery. But bar those sort of nitpicks that we get, it's fun to watch these people interact and talk to each other. It's really fun when the tables are turned. The main actress, the titular Abigail, is amazing and just like crazy and just amazing to watch. It all ends in a fun final battle sequence, and you're just going to have a really good time with this film. Turn your brain off, although, you know, it's not that bad, and just go in and have a great time with Abigail. And I actually think that we could see more of these movies. There could be a franchise here, the Abigail franchise. I'd love to see this tiny little vampire girl team up with some more characters. Abigail versus Jason Voorhees. Who knows? You know, the future's bright. It could happen. It could happen, folks. But it's a high recommend from me. It was a lot of fun. It didn't take itself too seriously, so you could forgive those sort of plot inconsistencies and things like that. And like I say, the characters are just fun to watch and engage with, and the main character is different, unique, and really well performed, and the gore is high on this one, folks. So if that's anything to go by, if that's what you want from your vampire films, then I highly recommend you go out and watch Abigail, the Killer Ballerina, which should have been the subtitle for that movie. So until next time, guys, stay safe, stay scared, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.